Thanks for clicking on my video. Before we get started, please click the subscribe button so that you can get more great content such as this one. Thanks. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm your host Tony Coleman, and today I want to show you another bunkering tactic that can help you out a great deal during challenges. During the pentathlon this year, which is 2020, we had an event happen just like we do many years or during many challenges throughout the year, and that is when too many people try to drop their bunkers at the same time, the project server gets congested and can't handle all the uploads at once. Therefore, people are stuck sometimes multiple days trying to upload their work and not getting their credit until later on in the challenge. Sometimes the credit doesn't arrive in time, and therefore it was wasted crunching time for them for the challenge. So what the tactic here is after you've set up your bunker, which if you don't know what bunkering is, please check out one of the other 4 videos that I currently have on it, explaining not only why you would do it, but how you do it in various different ways. But after you set up a bunker, like in this case, I don't have very many work units, so it might not look like a bunker, but it behaves the same. I have some Goofy X Grid and CI work, and I have Universe at Home work. What I've done is, in order to stop my network activity from going, I just suspended network activity. I let it run the work units until it was ready to upload. Obviously, it can't upload because the network is suspended, and then the rest of the work units continue going. Now, the trick here is I'm going to turn on my networking so that it can upload the completed files. However, I'm going to set it up so that it doesn't report after it's done that. Now, anybody who has been around BOINC for a while understands that the process of returning your completed work units is kind of twofold. It uploads the completed files, but then it doesn't actually report back to the server that it's completed until another pass where it actually does the reporting phase. I don't know why they do it that way. I'm sure there's some technical reason for it. I don't know why it doesn't just automatically detect as completed when the server gets the work units, but it is what it is. So after you've uploaded those files, it can still sit in a pending state for return for completion. That's the trick here. We're going to want to get all of our files in before the event starts. That way we don't have to worry about our work units uploading files when everybody else is. However, while everyone else is struggling getting their files uploaded, you can still report your completed works because it's not actually updating or uploading any files. It's just sending the flag saying, hey, I'm done. Send me more work, or just flag it as being done. So to do that, you want to go to your projects tab, and I will go ahead and do this to both of these. You can suspend the project. In this case, I'm suspending both Universe and Goofy. They will stop processing work at that point, so you obviously want to make sure that you are done running all of your bunker before doing this. And see, work unit prop's still running, and I don't have any other work units to continue. So what I do now is, since both projects are suspended, I go back to activity, hit network active always, it will start uploading. And notice the project is still suspended. Both of them are. You can see in the transfers that it is completing. However, both projects are currently setting at ready to report. In this case, Amicable Numbers is trying to download work again because I have it attached. Right there. It's suspended, but it's still downloading work. It just won't run any of the work. So there you can see how you can still pull work, you can still report work, or upload your finished complete work units, but none of it is actually reporting. Now, working at prop would if it finished, and if I was to resume Amicable Numbers, it would continue to process. And I'll actually show you that. because this is a tactic that you can use to also continue to pull work from another project, such as in the pentathlon, so that you can still support multiple projects, keeping your CPUs busy while you're doing this bunkering tactic. So here it's ready to start. The reason it's not is because the mouse is active probably. But notice it's still not reporting any of this work. You can see in the event log where it's tried to request new tasks, which it pulled from amicable numbers, and it is not trying to report back to the other projects. Now, you can let it sit like this for days, for weeks, depending on what the deadline is. If you had a project that didn't have a deadline for a year, you could technically do this and sit on those work units for that year. What you don't want to do, which I mistakenly did earlier, trying to verify testing this, you don't want to go back to the project and manually update it. Because if you select, like in this case, Goofy, and if I hit update, even though it's suspended, it will go ahead and report. You manually pushing that button will override this tactic. So don't try to update it so you can see what your stats are, or see if there's notices or anything like that. You want to just not touch it. Let it sit in this ready to report state. Now, once the project challenge has started and you're ready for the bunker drop, you've already uploaded all your upload files. You don't have to wait on all that. You don't have to worry about the congestion. You don't have to worry about everyone else getting in line ahead of you. All you got to do is one of two things. You can either go back to projects here and you can manually update it, or you can go back and resume. Either one of those will allow it to continue its normal function. So here I'll show you both of them, like with Goofy. I will just manually update. Requesting new tasks, see how I updated. I will now get points for those work units, even though the project is still suspended. It still pulled new work, and it updated the pending completed work. It reported. So now my account will get credited as soon as those go through the validator. Now, in this case for Universe, I can show you how. By resuming, even though it's set for not getting any more tasks, just hit resume. And it as well reports back. Simple tactic, easy to do. It guarantees that you got all of your work units uploaded in advance, which helps you get all your work turned in without dealing with the congestion, with all the headaches. I mean, it's very frustrating for people. And then B, it helps the project, because the project administrator isn't having to go through and fight to get extra bandwidth. They're not having to make adjustments. They're not having to reboot anything or scramble to open up more resources. Sometimes they've got their connection throttled so that BOINC doesn't overtake the entire network connection. But during these challenges, sometimes they will go ahead and release some resources because they aren't using them elsewhere. This tactic is much better to use all around if you're going to bunker a bunch and it's a project that you know has problems with a lot of users bunkering at the same time. Universe was a good example of this. Kudos to some of the teams that utilize this bunker tactic in advance. But going forward, if you're going to bunker, I recommend that you do this. So if you like the video, please like it, share it with your friends, and by all means, please subscribe to my channel. It does help content providers like myself a great deal, and it also guarantees that you'll get notifications for more great content such as this. So until next time, have a good one.